episode 13, we are going to be bum rushing level 100, as it said in the description. So that's what's up today.
I have taken Zarozinia's counsel, and I believe it is time for you to assail Crescent Beach and cross the Starfall Sea. Wait, what is this? You know these apparitions? Quickly, speak to them and discover what they want.
Be at ease, good Mantis, young wizard. It is time to throw down Morganth and her dark work. You have restored the Eclipse Tower, and in so doing, you have delved into shadow. I see now that it was inevitable. While I would not and could not teach shadow magic at Ravenwood, I have faith you will not forget our principles. Use these principles to steer yourself between light and shadow. You will need all your wits to take on Morganth. Your next step is to find the Alcazar of Radiant Judgment, a shrine to star magic. Reclaim it in order to deny Morganth its powers. Morganth and her warlords know you are about, so you must expect each league to be hard-fought.
Jambo, young wizard. The restoration of Bastion is a wonderful sight. I'm sure Morganth still burns in anger. Of course, that may not be so good for you, but you will face her challenges with grace and skill, as we know. Still, I can give you some small help. Take this, and use it wisely.
By the Spiral, Spellbinder, you have some powerful spirits in your corner. Travel to Fort Rockius. I've sent Zarozinia the Death Song ahead to wait for you. She will guide you down to Crescent Beach. From there, you'll have to find a way to sail Starfall Sea. The ruins of the Alcazar of Radiant Judgment lie somewhere in the waves. The Dying Starstone you recovered from Ghost Dog will guide you to the Alcazar, but I do not know how you will survive the storms. Find Zarozinia and look for a way to cross the Starfall Sea. Spellbinder, you would benefit from some historical context. To act against the Grand Prophecy is to invite the Shadow Queen's wrath. The chrysalis obelisks detail the Grand Prophecy, though finding them is no mean task. When you encounter them, you will know them for what they are. Find the obelisk orbs, collect them, study them.
Again.
And perhaps you will find some illumination.
So I am absolutely going to be doing the Shadows of History quest, just because, one, it's another training point, and two, it's some neat little lore. We love that. What's up, Bubbly Production? Always early. Good to see you. What's up, Ian?
Spellbinder, I've been waiting for you. Be on guard. Despite your victory over Ghost Dog, there are still many enemies about. The way to Crescent Beach was barricaded by the guards of Fort Rockius. Dragon beetles produce searing hot pods as part of their life cycle. We can use them to burn down the barricade. Help me collect some dragon beetle pods from this cavern. Be careful. Dragon beetles. Yes, these will do. Wedge the pods into the barricade. The pods will burn the barricade down. Hurry through to the edge of Crescent Beach.
The beetle pods burn brightly. The barricade burns down, leaving little more than a pungent smell.
Crescent Beach. The Shadow Queen's grip is still strong here. Crescent Beach remains in the Shadow Queen's control. Her forces train here and keep supplies flowing from across the sea. Crossing the storm-tossed waters is challenging at best. Many have been lost to the maelstrom, or vicious predators. For now, we must focus on reaching the surf. Strike down some sand crawlers to get the password into the Umbra Guard station.
The password is...
The password is... Ugh, sand crawlers have no imagination. Use the password to get us into the Umbra Guard Station. Once inside, we will have to fight. Their commander should have a signet ring. We need that to get through the Umbra barriers and down to the seashore.
Okay. Tell me password. Oh, you sure? Okay. Okay. You come in.
Bro. My sense of humor's gotta be so warped if I'm laughing at ugh. Or maybe it's just really late at night and I'm very tired and brain dead.
Hey, you're not one of my sand crawlers. Who let you in? I don't know how you cleverly learned our password, but it won't do you any good.
Slumbering in ashes. We're getting closer. Tomorrow isn't far away. It's an illusion. I know we both know it, but we refuse it. As long as we can see when we close our eyes, we'll shut the world out. As long as we still hear when we close our ears, it's real for us. It is real for us. We'll shut the world out.
Ugh. Here, take my signet ring, but you'll never escape the white razors.
With the signet ring, it should be easy to make our way down the beach. Head through the Umbra barrier. We need to determine who controls the docks. They will know how you can sail the sea safely. We may as well confront the white razors. They likely know how to find the dockmaster.
We only patrol the upper tiers of the beach. Go pester the driftwood branches. They know more about the docks.
I give, Spellbinder. You will find the dockmaster in her tent. Seek out Mazarin, the Stormwind.
Who are you? Are you on a mission from Fort Rockius? What is happening up there?
I am Zarozinia, the Death Song. The burrowers are trying to sow chaos in Fort Rockius. We are here on a mission for the Shadow Queen. She has ordered us to sail to the center of the Starfall Sea.
Madness! Our vessels stay as far from the maelstrom as possible, and even so, many are lost to violent storms and voracious predators. However, we've been raided by a band of Hopper Scouts. They obviously manage the perilous journey. Find them and question them.
We need to look for these hoppers. The desert hoppers mainly live across the sea in the Conda Desert, but perhaps these can help us. Search the beach for signs of these hoppers. I'll let you do the talking.
I don't mean to sound back
You
into
discover a trail made by some kind of fleet-footed burrower. Perhaps the Hopper Scouts?
Look, there's one. After him. He dashed into that cave.
Mate, Kaora! Die, spawn of shadow!
Under the surface, we hide from the city. Everything's silent, the noises slowly fade up.
Mate whirligig, mate great beast. Huh? Not spawning shadow. You speak burrower? Kyle, wait. Tell me, burrow mouse friend, what manner of creature are you? By the dark sun, if you fight with bared teeth against the shadow, you may be my last hope. My small band of scout brothers was attacked. A savage underground beast of awful strength ravaged our camp. I alone escaped. Can you help me rescue them? Follow me to the scout camp. I was out on reconnaissance when there was a terrible ground rumbling in sand cloud. I heard pain cries from this tent. I hopped quick to help my scout brothers, but by the time I got here, there was no sign of them.
This cave looks foreboding and smells of rotten fish.
Antlion spore. Nasty things.
This beach is just one long smorgasbord.
Close our ears, it's real for us. It is real for us. We'll shut the world out.
I will die another day, stranger. Please, delve deep into the caverns. My brothers are still trapped by these wretched beasts.
Once I found an antlion's hole, and an antlion in it. Nippers, like a pair of rusty clippers. And I saw a hopper roll in its pit, and quick as Ned, this old antlion fanged its head, held it till he was dead. Hold that lion. Flaunt your fill. Feed the bugs or cure or kill. In the end, you pay the bill.
I was dead certain that foul beast would ear-bleed me with more terrible spoken word before slow eating me. I will die another day.
Spielbinder, you have bought us another day in the sun. You wish to ship sail the Starfall Sea. That journey is filled with risk. We barely kept our heads out of water. We hijacked one of the giant sea bugs. The Umbra Legion uses them to send soldiers and supplies from the city of Sardonyx. It took us near a month to ship sail, hugging the coast to avoid the maelstrom. I grok how that wouldn't suffice for you. There are yarns of a mad rat who ship sailed the Starfall Sea once and again. He's said to be a ghost or a beastly spirit. But you'll need to harrow the driftwood branches to learn if they grok more than rumours and half-heard whispers.
A rat who sails the Starfall Sea? I have heard preposterous buzzes by the White Razors. Bother them.
Buzz off! If you want a story, ask First Wing Fezric.
You can kind of tell when the voice actors, just pinch their nose when they were recording their lines. And I'm here for it. Not gonna lie, I think the guild I'm currently in on my fire is only fed into their allegations. Yeah, I bet it has.
Yes, I'm First Wing Fezric of the White Razors. What do you want? There is a rabid creature that prowls around Crescent Beach. Perhaps some kind of diseased burrower. He's stolen from us many times. My forces should have exterminated him by now, but they have been unable to catch or corner him. I believe his den is somewhere near this Skull Rock, but we have not found it. He's too crafty. Good luck trying to track him down.
Skull Rock, you presume?
Do you think this might be it? Too crafty, the White Razors said. These fragments are from some strange vessel. Whoever or whatever lives here is in a wretched state. Be on your guard.
We need the
And now the storm blast came, and he was tyrannous and strong. He struck with his o'ertaking wings and chased us south along.
What madness is this? Spellbinder, defend yourself.
We're getting closer. Tomorrow isn't far away. It's an illusion. I know we both know it, but we refuse to refuse it. As long as we can see where we close our eyes, we'll shut the world out. As long as we still hear when we close our ears, it's real for us. It is real for us. We'll shut the world out.
Down dropped the breeze, the sails dropped down. 'Twas sad as sad could be, and we did speak, only to break the silence of the sea.
More gibberish. This wretch is of no use to us. Let us end his pain.
Wait! No. Come. Follow. Follow! Why have you come here? You are not a spirit, so I cannot see why you would bother with me. She haunts me so. I care not what you want. I cannot think. She plagues me every waking moment, and her wailing keeps me from sleep. It is beyond me power to aid you, unless the spirit of Crescent Beach is put to rest.
Spellbinder, you go search for this spirit. I will stay here and watch the rat. I hope he is not sending you on a wild hornet chase.
You hear a low wailing. Is it the wind and the waves, or something more?
Go ahead and put this on your top 10 spookiest locations in Wiz.
Who are you, Outlander, that risks the dread curse of Grimhilda's iron spear? A wizard. The last wizard I knew cost me my life. You wish to help me? I will not be at peace until that vile captain pays for his deeds. Until then, I will haunt him to his last days. Prove your words. My namesake Iron Spear is in the bristles of the strident white razors. Retrieve it for me.
Like about Red Dungeon.
My weapon! I thought I would never see her again. You have done well, Wizard. I will tell you this much. Captain Coleridge's evils will not be forgiven until every member of his crew can finally rest. You take that message to him.
And some in dreams assured were of the spirit that plagued us so. 9 fathom deep she had followed us from the land of mist and snow. Quick, Spellbinder, what did you see? One after one by the star-dogged moon, too quick for groan or sigh, each turned their face with a ghastly pang and cursed me with their eye. The spirit says the whole crew hates me. Aye, 'tis probably so. Grimhilde was my loyal first mate, but I betrayed them all. Help me, Spellbinder. Help me make this right, and I'll be in your service. One of the crew was Ugor, a beastly troll, but never a finer bosun made. Ask the spirit of Grimhilde how to find his soul.
Outlander, you have returned faster than if on Raven's wings. The captain wishes to make reparations. We shall see. Ugor was a mighty fine troll was he. His spirit is caught in the Tyrian Gorge. Seek him there, and mend his anguish.
A wizard? What you want? Why you here? Ugor no see wizard since me little girl all got hurt. Captain Coleridge send you to find Ugor? Is rat ghost now? No? Bah! Very important. Very important. You get Ulag goblet from Big Bug and bring to Ugor so Ugor can drink. You do this now. Gah, fleshling! Break you! Gah, fleshling! Take cup! Ugor's Ulag goblet. Ugor very happy now, wizard. Bah! Ugor forget he is ghost. Cannot drink. Well, Ugor still good. Wizard, you go speak to Grimhilde and tell her Ugor happy. You also go to Captain Rat. Tell him Ugor no more mad. For now.
Outlander, you helped Ugor. Yes, he is strangely fond of that goblet. Some kind of troll warrior relic, I gather. Good of you.
I heard their sighs and groans. With heavy thump, a lifeless lump, they dropped down one by one. Spellbinder? You have returned. And with what news? You eased Ugor's plight? The souls did from their bodies fly. They flew from rack to scourge. And every soul it passed me by, sounding a lowly dirge. Let me think. Cosmos! Yes, Cosmos is next. Our navigator was a great bull from Aquila. I've heard the Umbra Legion telling stories what sound like he's taken to haunting Fort Rockius. Search the fort for Cosmos's spirit.
A wizard? Your kind is a plague upon the skyways. Why do you pester me, wizard? There is but one who is due my full fury, and his name is Captain Taylor Coleridge. The captain sent you to disturb me? I will rend you with my axe and horns, and the scent of your spilled blood will be my perfume. You wish to make reparations for the captain? Very well. It is difficult for me to strike you anyway. My golden horns of Asterion have been taken by leaf shields. As a spirit, I cannot seem to touch them. Retrieve the horns, and I may listen.
The Spellbinder returns. I thought you were finished mucking about Fort Rockius.
Nope, not yet.
You win! Again. Take the horns of Asterion.
What do you bear, wizard? A golden song of glory and horns to match? Better than I expected. This act may seem like a small token to you, but these golden horns were a gift from my father. When I left glorious Aquila, I said I would return with wealth and glory. Instead, I met my ignoble end on this distant shore. The captain listened only to the pernicious whisperings of the wizard Morganth. He refused to hear the warnings of his crew, and her craze for power led us all to our doom. The spirit of my mate, Yadula, is bound nearby. Help him as you did me.
Can it be? A living, breathing wizard has come to visit me? Oh, let me look at you. You say the captain wishes to set things right? It might be possible. The Sakara bird totem that helped guide our ship was lost. Our poor captain was taken in by her beguiling riddles and his own ravenous greed. She offered to lead us to a treasure trove of unimaginable power, and truth is, she did. It was just not a power we could survive. Yes, it has been a long, long time since I've seen a wizard. My last encounter with one did not end well. If you fetched it for me from the black shields who now possess it, it would be a balm to my spirit.
God, it's the spellbinder!
Under the surface, we hide from the city. Everything's silent, the noises slowly faded up. 20 feet deep in the ocean, we're rising, turning the circles to runway. As long as we can see where we close our eyes, we'll shut the world out. As long as we still hear when we close our ears, it's real for us. It is real for us.
Oh, you want this old wooden thing? Sure, take it. Take it!
The Sakara bird. Ah, she led us on some exciting adventures. I'm the last of the crew you visited? You've spoken to Grimhilde, Ugar, Cosmos, and me? Almost then, almost. Return to Captain Coleridge and tell him he no longer burns like a hot ember in my mind. I no longer care about the past.
The many crew so beautiful, and they all dead did lie. And 1,000 slimy things lived on, and so did I. Speak to the spirit of Crescent Beach. See if you've done enough to quell the fire in Grimhilda's heart.
Outlander, you return to me again. What news do you bring? You have found and given solace to the Navigator Cosmos and the Quartermaster Yadula. By the Ice Titan sons, remarkable! There is but one more member of our ill-fated crew to find and mollify. But she is a frozen-hearted backbiter. She also happens to be my sister, Gunhilda Ironspear. Gunhilda is trapped within the den of a voracious antlion trapper. Wizard, I do not ask this lightly. For my sister and I had a great gulf between us in life, which has only deepened in death. But you will do me a great honor if you retrieve her lost shield from within the beast's den and free her spirit.
Oh, a little bite at home before I go out and look for dinner.
question.
An outlander come to steal my shield for your treasure trove? Not a thief? A messenger from my sister? Worse then. I'd prefer a thief. At least then you might have a shred of honor. I spit on you and my sister Grimhilda.
That wasn't very pleasant. Still, you should probably retrieve the lost shield and bring it to Grimhilda.
Outlander, you have Gunhilda's shield! For a wizard, you have the courage of a bear! I'm only sorry you had to encounter my sister. Of course, now I'm stuck with her for eternity. You have done us all a good turn, wizard. You fought with valor and courage, and you helped those who needed it unselfishly. Tell Captain Coleridge I'll leave him well enough alone. I have not forgotten his deeds, but I forgive him, at least a little. I will haunt his dreams no longer.
What message do you bring from the spirits, wizard? They will haunt me no more? O happy spirit things, no tongue their beauty might declare. A spring of love gushed from my heart, and I blessed them unaware. 'Tis like a great weight, like some kind of winged snake, or giant flying lizard, or gliding squirrel, has fallen from me neck. Tell me, wizard, what can old Captain Coleridge do for you? You wish to sail the Starfall Sea? Sheer lunacy! The maelstrom will flay your flesh, and the deep spawn will suck the marrow from your bones. It can't be done. But perhaps there might be one way. A way as dangerous as the sea itself. To summon and ride the great beast! First is first. We need to craft a diving bell. Raid the docks for a bolt of goat weaver silk. You'll find it in a guarded tent.
Let you have some goat weaver silk? Do you know how hard it is to refine it from the raw milkwebs? I give you nothing. Ugh. Okay, I give.
The goat weaver silk is strong and smooth, and surprisingly light for such a large bundle.
Did you acquire what we need? Now, we need a way to work the silk. There is a mantis weaver at the driftwood docks. Her tent should not be hard to find. You need her loom. This is not any old device, but a potent artifact, the Speedster's loom. She may not give it up easily.
You are the spellbinder that caused so much chaos in Fort Rockius. I will weave a tapestry of your tragic tale, so that all will remember your doom. Like a handful of sand thrown into the surf.
A beautiful device. You can feel how it might channel your magic.
Well done. You're certain you're a wizard and not a pirate? Use the spinster's loom to weave the goat weaver silk into a ball, as large as you can make. Think of a great hollow sphere. I hope they taught you some base skills in that wizard school of yours. You'll need your magic, but also a deft hand. Weave in your runes of magic to keep us safe from wind and storm and the hungry lurkers in the deep.
You do your best. This is not the kind of thing they prepared you for in Ravenwood. Not bad, actually. Not bad at all.
Danaria? That's it? I expected something a little bigger. Higher and higher every day, till over the sea at noon, the great beast had no moment's rest, for he heard the loud bassoon. We need to send a loud, clear call to the great beast. There is a mustering horn in Fort Rockius. I have heard it too often. Go and fetch it. While you're about, search for a case of Nautic stones. We'll need them too.
Wizard! I was afraid I missed you. I'm delighted you returned. Have you come for my case of Nautic stones? Or have you come to hear my mustering horn? Its call is irresistible.
How did he know?
I know we both know it, but we refuse to refuse it. As long as we can see where we close our eyes, we'll shut the world out. As long as we still hear where we close our ears, it's real for us. It is real for us. We'll shut the world out. Under the surface, we hide from the city. Everything's silent.
Curse you, Lightbringer! Here, have my case of Nautic stones. If you take the mustering horn, I dearly hope the things you summon consume you.
It's a beautiful war horn of ancient craftsmanship.
And what have you brought me? Let me gaze upon those Nautic stones you plundered. I see a Mundana, an Oceana crystal, and an Atala, Rasatala, and Mahatala stone. Perfect! These enchanted stones and crystals will help us navigate. Head to the Driftwood docks and look for the ancient stone pier that lies just beyond. Sound a call on the mustering horn, and then drop the diving bell you made into the tide. That should bring the great beast up. Look for me there.
This plan is disquieting, yet I can see no other path for you to take. I pray the celestial powers will keep you safe. Keep your antennae twitching and your head on a swivel. I am sure we will meet again, Spellbinder.
You ready the mustering horn and take the deepest breath you can before giving it your all. The call warps and twists in the wind. It echoes off the rocky cliffs behind you and soars over the waves. And then you feel an answering roar from the depths below that thrums in your bones. You see a great shape slicing through the dark depths. You drop the diving bell in and hope the magic works. You step up to the great beast. You can't think of what else to call it. It's hard to even wrap your head around the idea of the thing. Using the diving bell as a kind of psychic anchor, you project your will into the great beast. For a moment, the image of dark waves and tremendous hunger threatens to drown you. But you call upon your training, your sense of school, and the power of light. And soon enough, it's purring. Though its purr could probably shatter continents.
With sloping scales and dripping maw, as who pursued with yell and blow still treads the shadow of his foe, and forward bends his head. The beast drove fast, loud roar at the blast, and southward aye we fled. The Starfall Sea awaits. Shall we board our formidable craft and get underway? Climb upon the great beast and enter the diving bell. You'll need to focus on the Dying Star Stone to guide us safely to our destination. Listen close. Despite the Great Beast's strength, anything could go wrong and leave us drowning at the bottom of the waves. Or swimming in the middle of the Starfall Sea, waiting for something to snap us up. Now, place the Dying Star Stone on the pedestal to activate it.
You place the Dying Star Stone in its spot on the navigation pedestal. It sparkles with power.
If we stay on the surface, not only will the Shadow Queen's forces be able to find us, but we'll be shredded by the Maelstrom. Get ready to dive. Use the altimeter to signal the Great Beast to submerge.
You touch the altimeter and imagine yourself going down, down, down into the deep.
Quickly now, pay attention. I've placed the Nautic stones to help us navigate. Go to the Mundana crystal and adjust it. Slightly.
You adjust the Mundana crystal as best you can, under the captain's rapid-fire commands.
Yes, good. I think that was just enough. Wait! The Great Beast groans and flinches. Something is distressing him. When harried or vexed, the Great Beast's desire is to dive deep. If we let him, our diving bell will be ripped apart by the ocean gyre. We cannot sit on the surface, nor swim too deep, for certain death lies on either end. We need a steady hand on the helm. When the Great Beast tries to plunge below, we must instead force him to rise and deal with whatever we find. Use the altimeter to cause the Great Beast to rise, and venture out onto his back and deal with the disturbance.
You touch the altimeter and force the Great Beast to rise. You hear a thundering snarl of protest, but he obeys.
Buzz! It's true! The Spellbinder has harnessed a great beast of the Starfall Sea. White razors, attack! White razors, flee! Buzz!
White razors, aye. They must have followed us from Crescent Beach. We'll be well into the storm soon, and they won't be able to follow. Of course, we'll have bigger problems then. Use the altimeter to convince the Great Beast to submerge again. We don't want to batter the diving bell more than we have to.
You use the altimeter, guiding the Great Beast to swim below the surface again.
I need you to check the Oceana Crystal. It keeps the diving bell safe. And also examine the Atala Stone. It measures the Great Beast's fear and passions.
You inspect the Oceana Crystal and turn it just slightly to improve its resonance. The Atala Stone purrs in time to the rumblings of the Great Beast. But then suddenly it flickers and sparks.
Blast and tarnation! Something in the water is bothering the beast, nipping at his fins. Rise up, use the altimeter and break the surface. Let's draw these bedeviling vermin up with us, where we can deal with them proper.
You guide the Great Beast into a swift rise with the altimeter. It's a thrill to have such power under your command. Once again, the path outside is open. Time to chase off the vermin.
Whirligigs, spiteful things. They prey on smaller fish, but they'll try to take a nip out of anything that passes their way. Me guess is the Shadow Queen riled them up. Good work driving them off. That's the edge of the maelstrom we're entering. Time to send the Great Beast below again, so we don't get torn asunder.
Through the altimeter, you can sense how violent the storm is getting. It takes much more effort to guide the Great Beast this time.
Keep an eye on the Mundana and Oceana crystals, and keep them in harmony. And don't take your eyes off the Rasatala Stone, nor the Mahatala Stone, else the Great Beast may decide to devour us himself.
You do your best to keep the crystals and stones in harmony. It takes a great deal of concentration and precise measurements. All of a sudden, all of the crystals and stones start a cacophonous ringing.
Egads, I was afraid of this! The deep spawn that dwell beneath the maelstrom are rising against us! Deep spawn are vile terrors. Whether the Shadow Queen sent them, or they are just hungry, doesn't matter much. They are hideous and cruel, and could tear chunks out of the great beast himself if you don't stop them. Raise us up and get ready to fight amongst the storm. Head out and drive off the deep spawn, or we'll never make it.
The altimeter shudders under your touch and grows painfully hot. The sound of the waves becomes a roar that makes your ears ring. As the way opens, you can hear a skittering of claws on scales and the dissonant call and response of the deep spawn.
I know the voice actor started dying of laughter after that.
Slowly faded out. 20 feet deep in the ocean, rising, turning the circles to runway. As long as we can see where we close our eyes, we'll shut the world out. As long as we still hear when we close our ears, it's real for us. It is real for us. We'll shut the world out.
That is not dead, which can eternal lie.
He's speaking the language of gods.
When the deep spawn stirred, I thought for sure you were done for. I guess something is looking out for you, Wizard. I hope the way is clear. We've seen near every kind of hateful thing that swims in the Starfall Sea. It was once a serene, becalmed ocean, until the Shadow Queen stirred it up and set it to roiling. Now let's finish this journey. Dive us down!
You ease the altimeter down again, and the great beast gracefully follows you back. Well, as gracefully as he can for his size.
It's time for you to use the Dying Starstone to guide us through the worst part of the Maelstrom. We'll be fine, if you don't mess it up. In which case, we'll all be jetsam soon enough.
You focus your will to a razor-sharp point, and use that to read the mystical aura of the Dying Starstone. It pulls and spins, threatening to drag you into the Maelstrom, but you stay calm, and soon find yourself where you need to be.
And now there came both mist and shade, and it grew wondrous cold. And shadows dark came floating by, as black as charcoal. The fair breeze blew, the white foam flew, the furrow followed free. We were the first that ever burst into that silent sea. Welcome to this star-blasted and shadow-cursed isle. Wizard, we may be the only living things to step upon this rubble in ages. I'm sure there are plenty of ghosts nearby. You seem to have a way with their kind. Look for a friendly shade.
Who and what are you that comes here to this accursed place? There is nothing for you here, stranger. Your journey was for naught. Leave and never return. I cannot even tell you my name, broken being that I am. The Maelstrom elementals that prowl this isle have taken it from me. You would restore my name? It cannot be done. The Maelstrom elementals hoard the fulminating crystals I need to heal my mind. Who are you that comes to this accursed place? There is nothing for you here. Your journey was for naught. Leave and never return.
We are the voices of chaos.
Who and what are you that comes here to this accursed place? Wait, do I remember you? What is it that you hold in your hands? Fulminating crystals? With these fulminating crystals, fragments of my life return. I am Edric, Exalted Blade. This place was once the Alcazar of Radiant Judgment, a shrine to the astral studies of the stars. Her sister shrine blazed in the heavens above, until the stars fell out of the sky. My memory is but newborn. To know more, hear the tragedies of the phantoms in the ruined hall. But be warned, their anger burns cold.
Fight on and fly on to the last drop of blood, to the last beat of the heart. Our story? Our tale is one of fire and doom. A delegation came from the far shores of Chrysalis, from the hive of the Arachna. We welcomed the spider magi kindly, for the Alcazar of Radiant Judgment was open to all, even to their strange young visitor. They said she was a spellbinder, a wizard, from the spiral. She was powerful but graceless and could not handle the forces. She studied in the star Alcazar, but it went poorly. She could not master the delicacies of star magic and quit in a furor. In her wrath, she blamed all but herself. She pulled the stars out of the sky, and we were consumed in a cataclysm of starfire.
I told you of the cataclysm. Yes, I remember now. The day the sky burned and everything was swallowed by shadow. The memories are flooding back. The shrine's guardian, Amelia Stardust, fell from the sky that day. I've oft heard her spirit's tragic cries. Spellbinder, search the ruined hall of the Zodiac for Amelia's spirit and free her.
Greetings, trespasser. The Shadow Queen ruled this place off limits to all beings over 100 years ago. She sent us here to make sure that any who were lucky enough to survive the Maelstrom would die a painful death. We've been here a long while and have a lot of anger to work out. Get over here!
Shut the world out. We're moving backwards, we're slumbering in ashes. We're getting closer, tomorrow isn't far away. It's an illusion, I know we both know it, but we refuse it.
As if that matters.
Thank you, Spellbinder. I've been trapped in a nightmare for far too long. Come, let us look upon the sky. Oh, by the spiral, the sky is so empty. My heart shatters like glass to see the Alcazar of Radiant Judgment reduced to ruin. This was all the work of that wizard, Morganth? Is it true that she is the Shadow Queen that rules over Chrysalis? Wait, it was you that restored the Eclipse Tower and reclaimed it from the Umbra Legion. That gives me a twinkling of a plan. We must visit the Nova Towers to see what remains. But to do that, we need some ion charges from the Maelstrom Elementals.
Oh, I feel positively negative.
Well done! We can use these ion charges to reactivate the pedestals.
that once linked the Central Hall with the Nova Towers. They're 4 towers, each pledged to one aspect of the Celestial Zodiac. Cross over to the Nova Tower of the Celestial Crab. Defeat whatever monsters have taken over the tower, and search for any sign of the Celestial Crab. If you find him, tell the Great Power that we need pure star stuff.
Flee this place, Shadow Blights. The Celestial Crab is ours.
As long as we can see where we close our eyes, we'll shut the world out. As long as we still hear when we close our ears, it's real for us. It is real for us. We'll shut the world out.
Except that I know you don't.
Greeting, Wizard. I have been reduced by the shadow for an age. I owe you a great debt. You wish for pure star stuff? The heavens are still scarred by the shadow,
How
and
are you still
remain
talking to me?
starless. I retrieved this extinguished star stuff from the bottom of the deep. This is what I can give you. I hope it will help.
The chunk of star stuff the Celestial Crab gives you is heavy, cold, and inert. You hope Amelia has a plan.
You found the Celestial Crab held by Deep Spawn? The horror. It is a wonder that you were able to rescue him. Let me see what he gave you. I see. Cold, heavy, wet, inert. It will do. The second Nova Tower you must visit is pledged to the Celestial Heart. As before, I do not know what you will find. With luck, you will find the Celestial Heart as you did his brother, Crab. If so, ask him to bless the star
I am
stuff.
charged to defend the Alcazar against all threats. You have betrayed our hospitality, Arachna. Taste my steel.
As long as we can see where we close our eyes, we'll shut the world out. As long as we still hear when we close our ears, it's real for us. It is real for us. We'll shut the world out.
Wait, I am battered and beaten, but my head clears. I remember my name now. Ericos who remembers! You were here on behalf of Amelia Stardust? Yes, I will aid you. The Celestial Heart is reduced by downdraft elementals. If you defeat them, you may be able to rescue the Heart's essence.
A wizard. I have lost count of the seasons. Thank you for freeing me. You and Amelia Stardust asked me to bless this star stuff? Yes, it is frozen and lifeless. That will not do. I wish you well on this endeavor.
You carefully wrap the now blazing chunk of heavy star stuff in your backpack. You hope it doesn't burn a hole right
You
through.
did it! I'm thrilled beyond words, Spellbinder! The third tower is home to the Celestial Serpent, a more difficult The third tower is home to the Celestial Serpent, a more difficult aspect to work with. I hope she will look...
man.
The third Be safe looking for her, Spellbinder. If and when you find her, ask for her blessing on the rekindled star stuff.
Stealth equals death! Courage is the mastery of fear. Resistance to fear, not the absence of fear. Do not fear the Celestial Serpent.
You made your point.
The dream was dark and cold. Who brings me into this light? A wizard? Here? Why? I see. Thank you and Amelia Stardust for reviving me. I will assist you. Place the star stuff before my fangs.
The great celestial serpent opens her mouth wide to show a pair of wicked fangs. She breathes out a cloud of vapors that remind you of peat, smoke, and iodine.
May the stars ever light your way in the dark places.
You have revitalized 3 of our great celestial aspects. Well done, Spellbinder. The last Nova Tower is devoted to the Celestial Phoenix. Be careful, Spellbinder, for I sense a dark shadow in that place. Find the Celestial Phoenix and convince her to return with you here.
Well, that will be saved for episode 17. Because I will not be streaming it again until then, because of this.
Dear Wizard, it is I, your pal Dworgen. I have exciting news. By exciting, I mean awesome, and by awesome, I mean terrifying. Come visit me in Nightside as soon as you have the courage.
That is where we will pick up the 14th episode of Wiz on a Budget, the 3rd season of the 14th episode. And I'm going to be hard sending the will on this pet to max, because, like, I'm gonna need everything to win some of these fights. Yeah, bro, it's gonna be a struggle, but that's what it is. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I've been Ice Gold. Be sure to like, subscribe, and of course, leave like 50 comments for the algorithm. And I will see y'all later.